Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about Lyme disease recurrence and why this happens. I'm Dr. Diane Mueller, founder of My Lyme Doc, Lyme and Mold Expert, and there's 3 top reasons why Lyme and mold and Lyme and chronic infections occur. One is due to the damage of the immune system. The second is due to stress, and the third is due to neurological problems and inflammation. And these are all interrelated. So immune, stress, neurological system all play a role, and they all are super interrelated. So let's break this down a little bit. So the immune system essentially oftentimes gets destroyed when we have Lyme and chronic infections. So we'll see, for example, that white blood cell count typically goes down, that things like IgG, which are another immune protein, they typically go down. One of the things that will start to rebuild the immune system is proper treatment, is herbal therapy, working on the hormonal systems, restoring the brain inflammation. Sometimes other things like peptides and things like IVIG can be helpful. But one of the biggest things to understand about the immune system is so much of the immune system lives in the microbiome. So oftentimes, things like AAA antibiotic therapy, which is used for Lyme disease, is a cause of the recurrence. So it makes the Lyme sometimes go away, but then the recurrence rates go up. This is one of the reasons why in my practice and in the clinician training programs that I have for Lyme, I've really emphasized the use of herbal therapy as a first-line therapy, because what I'm working to do is not just get people well, but help prevent recurrence. And keeping the microbiome is really important for that, because the strength of the microbiome is, like I said, related to the immune health. Beyond that, we also want to think about stress, and this is really related to that nervous system component as well as the immune component, because when we get stressed and when we're not regulating our stress response, that negatively impacts our immune system. But that also, going through stressful times, increases adrenaline, increases cortisol. That puts us into more of a fight or flight type of nervous system state, which is not when the molecules of healing and repair are being sent out by the body. So it's really important to practice stress resilience and neurological regulation, which are hand in hand, because those kind of things prevent things like cortisol from being out of balance, adrenaline from being out of balance. And we see that these types of stress markers go up, like adrenaline, for example, allows Borrelia, the Lyme bacteria, to communicate better with each other. So when they communicate better with each other, they grow, they multiply. So that's one of the reasons why we can see that when we have more adrenaline, we have more stress, we have higher rates of recurrence. So one of the things that I've seen and I've had countless stories of this, you guys, where I see people where they're really, really doing great, and then they go back and they have symptoms again, right? And they're doing great and they have symptoms again. The biggest thing, more than anything else, that I've seen get people out of that cycle is by regulating the nervous system and the stress, because that's what's really so good at preventing recurrence. So this is where breath work techniques come in. I really like 4-7-8 breathing, which is where you breathe in for a count of 4, you hold for a count of 7, you exhale for a count of 8, you breathe in for a count of 4 again. I really like that breath work technique because it really brings people more into that restful type of their nervous system, which is really quite important. So think about that as a possibility for you as well. Other breathing techniques can work, but you want to find something that after you do the breathing technique, you feel calm and not worked up. There are some breathing techniques that are very stimulating out there, and those can be good for raising energy, but oftentimes they're not good for the neurological reprogramming that we're talking about here. Visualization can be great, meditation, doing activities that are very calming, such as yoga or qigong or tai chi, or taking slow walks. These types of things are really good, doing lymphatic work. But like I said, we got to get this part of your nervous system back in balance, and that's a key component of preventing recurrence. So if you have any questions about this, please do post in the comments. My team and I work to answer as many of these as we can. We also work to make follow-up videos to make sure we're making the best content possible for you. Please do subscribe to this channel if it's helpful. Share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you in another one. Take care.